Welcome to the ViiTCHA Dark Souls 2 guide. At any point you can click on the icon in the right hand corner of the screen to be taken to other Dark Souls 2 related guides. In this video we're going to take a look at how to progress through Pate and Creighton's questline. Over the course of this quest you will be rewarded with the White Soapstone, Pate's entire set of gear, the Tseldora Den Key, Engraved Gauntlets, 10 rusted coins, and depending on who you side with, Creighton's entire armor set and the Ring of Thorns are possible rewards as well. Okay, so let's get started. For this quest chain there are two phases for both Pate and Creighton before the final events of the quest bring them together. Before speaking on the final events I'm going to cover phase 1 and 2 for Pate and Creighton individually, and we'll start with Pate. For the first phase of Pate's quest you must find and speak with him in the Forest of Giants. Exhaust Pate's dialogue here and he will inform you of a nearby area and treasure.
There's treasure in there for certain, but the entrance locks from behind.
Proceed through the area Pate is referring to until a gate closes and traps you in. After fighting your way through the area, speak to Pate once more until exhausting his dialogue. He will then reward you with a White Soapstone.
Oh, but you should take this.
After exhausting his dialogue and receiving the White Soapstone, this will allow the option of summoning Pate to the Last Giant boss fight. Summoning Pate to the boss fight is not required to progress through the quest, but comes highly recommended seeing as if he survives the fight, the next time you speak to him he will reward you with an entire set of his gear, weapons and all.
We went through a lot together. Take this, as a token of our friendship.
For the next phase of Pate's quest he will move from the Forest of Giants to a room in the Earthen Peak near the second bonfire. After finding Pate in the Earthen Peak, exhausts his dialogue. He will inform you of another treasure nearby.
There's treasure this way, but I have a bad feeling about it.
Find the treasure near the alternative entrance to the room that Pate is inside, and then speak to him once more until you exhaust his dialogue.
In any case, the treasure is yours, since you went ahead and took the leap.
After this point, Pate will move on to where the final events of the quest take place. Alright, now let's talk about phase 1 and 2 for Creighton. To first meet with Creighton you must head to Huntsman's Copse. Here you will find a key called the Lockaway Key. The key is located in a dome not too far away from a waterfall in the boss encounter with the Skeleton Lords. After acquiring the key, head back down to a hut near a pile of burning bodies. Unlock the door to free Creighton. Before leaving, make sure to exhaust Creighton's dialogue. He will then depart Huntsman's Copse. Phase 2 for Creighton is very simple. After leaving Huntsman's Copse, Creighton will depart for the ruined forked road. He is sitting just beside the entrance to the fog forest which leads to the shaded ruins. All you must do is find him here and speak to him until you exhaust his dialogue. After this point, Creighton will move to where the final events of the quest take place. It should be noted though that neither Pate nor Creighton will appear in the final area of the quest until Phase 2 is complete for each character. For the final part of the quest you will need to head to Brightstone Cove in Tseldora. From the Threshold bonfire after the Prowling Magus boss fight, head down the first zip line. Inside the house here, you will find Pate and Creighton battling to the death. At this point, it's up to you who to side with by killing the other, either Pate or Creighton. If you kill Creighton, you'll receive his helmet, and Pate will reward you with the Tseldora Den Key. If you kill Pate, you'll receive the Ring of Thorns, and Creighton will give you the Tseldora Den Key and a full set of his armor. Regardless of whom you side with, head down to the housing section of Brightstone Cove in Tseldora. Here you'll find a door that can be broke open by striking it with projectiles. After destroying the door, head into the house and use the Tseldora Den Key, where you'll find 2 treasure chests, one of which contains the Engraved Gauntlets, and the other has 10 rusted coins. On some side notes, if you happen to kill Pate before his fight with Creighton in Tseldora, Creighton will demand that you give him the Ring of Thorns. If you hand over the ring, he will give you the Tseldora Den Key. If you refuse, he will attack you. Lastly, if you watch Pate and Creighton fight from afar and don't intervene, and Pate wins, he will not reward you with the Den Key. Alright guys, I hope this video helped, and please don't hesitate to check out my other Dark Souls 2 content. I'll see you around.